Well, here comes the referee now, leading out the two teams, Tower Hearts and Arthurlie, here at the Excelsior Stadium in Airdrie, the Inspire Sport Cup, Scottish Cup. And it's a big game for both teams, a real chance at a big bit of silverware this season. Arthurlie and Tower Hearts coming out now, their fans cheering them on here as they line up now to shake hands. Quickly go through the teams. Arthurlie number 2, Lewis McElravy. 3, Matthew McGuinness. 4, Michael McNeil, the captain. 5, John Bruce. 6, Michael McGoldrick. 7, Blair Hughes. 8, Ross Urquhart. 9, James Wiseman. 10, Lewis Dean. 11, Lewis Garner. 12, Christopher Kennedy. 13, Lee David Ralston. 14, Sean Ross. 15, Michael Connolly. 16, Ryan Anderson. 17, Jack Doherty. 18, Michael Doherty. And 21, Mark Parsons. Tower Hearts, number 1, Daniel McLean. Number 2, Jonathan Walker. Number 3, David Seagrave. 4, Ben Cappy. 5, Bradley Gray. 6, Stuart Gawley. 7, Sean Hughes. 8, Aaron Graham. 9, Sean Smith. 10, Sean Monaghan. 11, Scott Cameron. 12, Aidan McElhaney. 14 in the captain, Blair McIntyre. 15, Craig Coleman. 16, Alexander Lynn. 17, Scott McGinley. 18, Jack Caulfield. 19, Regan McDonald. 20, Kieran McGuinness. And 21, Mitchell Barkley. I'm joined today on commentary by my co-commentator, Ewan Summers. Ewan, what are you expecting here tonight?
Oh, it's a beautiful night here in Airdrie. Fair crowd, expecting a good game here with plenty at stake.
Currently just the managers meeting. The referees as the party are welcomed onto the pitch here just to shake hands and co. As you can see now on your screen, the team's shaking hands. This is when the nerves may be jangling. This is when the teams are ready. They've waited a long time for this final, and tonight it kicks off.
Cheers.
So here we go as the teams now shake hands. Arthurlie in the sky blue kit, shaking hands with Tower Hearts, who are now walking and getting ready to enter their side of the pitch as the managers also shake hands. Moments away from kickoff here, don't miss a thing. Remember to be watching live. And so as you can see here, the team's now lined up, the presentations are over, the captain's now meeting in the middle, talking to the referee. Arthurlie just running back over now to have another picture taken. Tower Hearts in the all blue, ready to go. Arthurlie just going to get one more picture taken. their fans, I must say, have travelled in quite a number. There are quite a few fans of Arthurlie here tonight. And Tower Hearts have brought plenty as well. We can only hope for a good game of football now. The waiting is over. Kick-off is mere minutes away. The teams like maybe they will be exchanging a little pennant in the middle. And that is all we have now to look forward to before the game. There you can see the match ball. Up cam just to show it. So Arthurlie break their huddle. And Tower Hearts also now. The two men come into the middle. Keeper just wants to touch the ball one last time. He feels it, throws it. And this is it now for two teams who've worked very hard to get to the Excelsior Stadium. And the Inspire Sports Scottish Youth FA 21s Cup Final. Kick-off now, just waiting on the referee. And the referee gets us underway now. Arthurlie shooting from right to left. Tower Hearts left to right in this first half. Tower Hearts now take possession in the defence. And a long ball kicked just out of bounds though. And now it'll be a throw in to Arthurlie in the opening 15 seconds of this match now. Arthurlie throw it in, flicked on. Now straight away the Arthurlie fans in great voice here at the Excelsior. It's back to the goalkeeper of Tower Hearts, takes a touch, looks, and on the left foot plays it high into the night sky. And it's a free kick to Tower Hearts.
Well, it seems Tower Hearts are going for a back three here. 3-4-2-1 by the looks of things, compared to Arthurlie's 4-2-3-1.
It will be interesting, you want it in terms of a possession type of game. Both these teams we here like to get the ball down and pass it. What are you expecting tonight?
Well, just from what I've seen so far, the midfield is going to be compact, so they need to be prepared to go over the top at times, as there's not going to be too much space in the middle.
Well, Arthurlie won a couple of knockdowns and now they have the ball on the far right side and a good chance, cuts inside, flicks back, first real tackle we've seen. Crowd didn't like it, but the referee said that's fine, it's over the top, it's going to bounce once. Keeper takes a horrible touch and there's a chance for Tower Hearts now, he shoots, but it's cleared by the defender. Did well to get back there, to be honest, and gets it clear for his team. And Arthurlie escape early here. That could have been a real horror show for goalkeeper, but in the end they've managed to avoid it. Tower Hearts are now on the ball through Sean Hughes, plays it back but loses it. Sean Hughes still on the ground, gets up though. Ball played long, however couldn't be caught by Lee David Ralston, and it rolls to the goalkeeper of Tower Hearts now. Tower Hearts have the ball. Another long ball here played, asking for it to be chased. The defender's coming across. Little shoulder to shoulder there. Nothing wrong with that though. That's been a good opening couple of minutes here, Ewan, to be honest.
Has indeed. High intensity. One great chance already.
Got to say that the goalkeeper, it was lucky that his defender had covered him there at the back, otherwise that could have been a great early start for Tower Hearts. Tower Hearts on the ball through Ben Cappy. Lovely ball out wide now. Out wide to Scott Cameron, who's tackled. That's a lovely tackle by Arthurlie. And a foul there. He's chopped down. The ref's blowing the whistle to bring him over. And the referee straight away is blowing. It was not a good foul at all. He's lying on the ground. prostrate. And the referee blows a whistle and says he wants to talk to the man. He's got his pocket here. And he is brandishing. Is it a red? I seen the red, but I think it might be yellow. But he does have both cards. We'll see what's going to happen here, to be honest. It was number 11, Scott Cameron, who made the tackle, and it was a bad tackle, to be honest. And the referee's having a long time to think about it here. And a cup final, he's taking his name. I think it's just going to be yellow after 4 minutes. But really, to be honest, a poor tackle, and he is going to be booked. So Scott Cameron on a yellow card early doors, not what you want in a cup final. We know that people can lose their heads. Maybe on that occasion, Ewan, would you say that he perhaps did?
Well, yeah, but you look at this, they were clearly very worried about the counter-attack, which Arthurlie should be looking at more often here.
Good ball into the box by Arthurlie, one bounce though, and the goalkeeper takes it. That's a good take by Daniel McLean in the Tower Hearts goal. He rolls it now, rolls it wide to number 3. That's David Seagrave now, who's not at all unhappy to take the ball at his feet. He swings it in to number 10. That's Sean Monaghan again. Monaghan swings it back now. Nice ball back to David Seagrave. Well, Tower Hearts really do like to just play a little bit of passing football. That's a nice bit of defending though, you've got to say here at the minute. Well, Tower Hearts and Arthurlie have come here with two different ideas. Arthurlie are playing a beautiful counter-attacking game with lots of fans, you've got to say. This is the type of atmosphere you want for any type of cup final. Ball into feet is headed. There was about 3 or 4 men went for that. Nobody got to it. Number 8 there, that's Aaron Graham. Flicks it back now. It's to David Seagrave. Seagrave, a lovely cross-field pass. Arthurlie clear it though with a header. It falls on the side. And he twists and turns man, but he's lost it now, and Arthurlie can run in. They've got a 2-on-2. Defender with a fantastic tackle. Oh, and he's onside, I'll tell you that for free. He's onside, he could cross it. He's got a man on the edge of the box.
Michael McGoldrick here.
He rolls it. He swings it. And off the crossbar. And tucked in though. It's put away by, I think it's Sean Monaghan. Monaghan, I think, gives Tower Hearts the lead in the final. He runs all the way to the fans. It is Sean Monaghan who gets the opener. We've played 5 minutes here at the Excelsior, and he did wonderfully well to react. The keeper, unlucky, he tipped a fantastic shot onto the bar, but he could not get back up in time, and Sean Monaghan has reacted wonderfully and has stuck it away. Sean Monaghan, number 10, grabs the opener in the cup final. A great goal, a great finish. 1-0 to Tower Hearts here. Ewan.
It was clear that the middle was too compact there, so the Tower Hearts midfielder picked up his head and saw the wing back in whole loads of space. It was a wonderful crossfield pass there. Keeper was unlucky, but you've got to wonder where the defenders went there.
Well, it was incredible, because when you think about it, it was a tackle made in the Tower Hearts half. The ball went up, everyone was onside. He tried to cut it back, didn't cut it back, and then he went for a shot, tipped onto the bar by the keeper, and then a lovely finish, calm and composed from Sean Monaghan to drill it home to make it 1-0. But you've got to think there's a long time to go, only played 6 minutes here, so we've got to think that there's a real chance that this could be a good game filled with goals, fingers crossed. Arthurlie win the flick on here. Ball's well cleared. And nope, the referee's given a foul. So he stopped the game. There was an attack on, but Arthurlie now going to have this free kick just inside their own half. They're going to go quick with it. And they're going to play it back. And they're comfortable passing the ball. We know this about Arthurlie. They are very comfortable in the passing and moving of the ball. Ball's cleared across here to Michael Connolly, who cuts inside. Nice pass, just intercepted though. And that was a good interception there by Scott Cameron. Ball's knocked long here to that man Monaghan, looking for it, looking for a double perhaps. Ball's flicked back, defenders under pressure, does well. Oh, a lot of coming together there, but nothing in that, to be honest, at all. And now Arthurlie, oh, a bit to and fro. That was a bit of a nasty tackle there, and the ref did see it. And he's just going to say enough of that, as Arthurlie still really wanting to keep the tempo going, flying high here in the tempo. Clears that ball quickly. chance of getting to them from the Arthurlie faithful here. Oh, and I tell you what, that is a horrendous tackle there. That was a bad one by number 11, Scott Cameron. That was a real bad tackle by Scott Cameron of Tower Hearts. No, it was Ben Cappy, my apologies. It was Ben Cappy. And he goes into the referee's book. As you can see here, a very poorly timed tackle. Really poor tackle there from number 4, as you can see there, Ben Cappy. And now 13, Ralston really starting to take a bit of a real grip of this game here, that number 13 is. Oh, now, well, could become this type of game now. There's been a few hard tackles from Tower Hearts, and maybe Arthurlie now are going to start putting in a couple of their own, Ewan.
Well, the ref has managed to keep a fairly good lid on it thus far. He's not letting too many go and setting a dangerous precedent. He's got the yellow cards out early, which could come back to bite him, but it's a ferocious pace here so far.
I was going to say, do you think that he is making a sort of rod for his own back early doors here by using the bookings early?
Well, there are 2 bookable offences.
That's a good ball into the box now. Headed back.
That's
Headed in. There's another chance.
He's offside.
Goalkeeper does fantastically well, though. They are very brave indeed. Well, it's been a fantastic opening 9 minutes here, and a wonderful run now. Pass down the line. He does well to stop it, but he gets there again and rides a tackle. And now a good chance, an overlap there is wonderful. It's in the box from Arthurlie. Cut back, real chance here for Arthurlie. Cuts back and just can't get there, but he still has it. He's still done well to work it. He's kept it in wonderfully. Magic feet here. Cut back now to that man Ralston. Touched, not bad. Does well, shoulder to shoulder, and cleared for a throw in to Arthurlie, who really, that was wonderful work there by Ralston and co in the corner, Ewan.
It had to be said, Tower Hearts were very well organised in the middle there, not giving Arthurlie an inch. You've just got to wonder if one of their midfielders would feel comfortable going into the edge of the box and just trying to peg them in, but it wasn't to be. They were happy.
Very true, there's that man Ralston again, this time though intercepted. Ball's flicked away, that's lovely footwork there. Now going to look on the counter-attack here. He's going to chip it forward, that's lovely, real chance here. Goalkeeper again though, so quick, so fast off his line, this goalkeeper, you've got to say, does it well. There's that man Ralston again, so far really is the name I've been saying quite a lot. Taking control of this game. His team may be a goal down, but he really knows what he's doing in the midfield here. Another poor tackle there. The ref says no.
Not necessarily sure he touched him there.
Well, I'm not sure. It looked like a tackle in my opinion, but the ref said no. And the referee here, well, throw-in is to Tower Hearts, I think, yes.
I thought it was Arthurlie's ball.
I thought it was an Arthurlie throw-in. They took it quick, but apparently not. And so the referee, already just 10 minutes played here. It is a fast and ferocious opening 10 in the Inspire Sport Scottish Youth FA Cup final here at the 21 level. Ewan, what are you thinking so far after 10 minutes?
Well, the counter-attacking from both sides. I know we mentioned Arthurlie earlier on. It's been absolutely fantastic. Tower Hearts midfield runners are doing an absolutely brilliant job of cutting through Arthurlie. But if Arthurlie just lift their heads occasionally, there's an acre of space in between Tower Hearts wing backs and wide midfielders, so I think they should try and exploit that by getting runners in from deep.
Very true. Here comes that man one more time. Lee David Ralston rolls the ball in, that's unlucky, it's intercepted, and Tower Hearts now have it with their left back, who's quite happy to keep the ball at his feet. He's a very intelligent footballer, and Tower Hearts roll the ball back to the centre back now, who looks up, rolls it into the centre defensive midfielder. That is Scott Cameron. And back to the goalkeeper. Nope, the defender decides to take it and almost has a little bit of a calamity moment, but doesn't. Flicks the ball forward, Arthurlie win it. And in the midfield to that man Ralston, unlucky. 50-50 ball. And won by Arthurlie off the face. Flicked forward by Tower Hearts now.
I have to say, the intelligence from Tower Hearts midfielders went to drop in and press has been absolutely fantastic thus far.
Good long ball here, looking for that man Monaghan. He wins the flick. And his wide man now has the ball. Flicked away though, and Arthurlie again. And that man Ralston again looking up, gets his head up well. Little flick there, could have had them set away, but now they still have the overlap. He's through the middle. Ralston was there. Instead, it's a lovely Rabona flick. And the ref does give the free kick as a captain there, showing what he can do. That was Michael McNeil, a lovely Rabona in the final. You love to see something like that, Ewan Summers.
I have to say, it's been absolutely fantastic so far. The intensity, the passing has just been absolutely wonderful from both
James
teams
Wiseman
so far.
now just...
He can clearly mix it up as well. Happy to go in the counter, happy to pass the ball.
Lovely bit of shoulder to shoulder there. And that's well worked from both Ralston and Sean Smith there of Tower Hearts. The free kick going in Smith's favour, and Tower Hearts have the free kick after 14 minutes. Well, of course, Ewan, it's well known that Arthurlie are a well-known side, and there's a bit of a family feel to this team. Long ball caught by the keeper. Caught by the keeper there. And now they're going to take it out from their defence.
Yeah, as you know, their captain, number 4, is the brother of one of the coaches, McNeil. Number 4 is Michael McNeil.
Here we go, another good challenge there, and now Arthurlie, the ball's hit over the top. It's going to bounce once. Keeper's going to get there though, well played by Daniel McLean. Again, he's a safe pair of hands. Plays it out wide now to that man, yeah, Aaron Graham. Happy to roll it back to the feet of David Seagrave. Seagrave shifts it into the middle of the defence, and now very well played. And that allows Ben Cappy to roam forward now.
Great
Ben Cappy.
Great from Cappy to find space.
Aaron Graham now has a man, he beats him, and on the right foot he's going to whip in the cross. He beats him, and he just couldn't get beyond him, and that after 15 minutes will be a goal kick now to Arthurlie. What an absolutely ferocious opening quarter of an hour this has been, it's got to be said.
No, I've mentioned it already, but that midfield trio there from Tower Hearts have been absolutely fantastic thus far in every single aspect of the game.
And the goalkeeper looks up. Good long clearance now. His man was sandwiched there, number 9, but he did wonderfully well, James Wiseman, to get the ball under control. There's Ralston in those fluorescent boots. Really is the man who is being mentioned the most. Plenty of Arthurlie fans in this crowd, and they are making a fantastic noise, it's got to be said. Long ball flicked up, flicked down. Chance now for Arthurlie. Ralston goes to win it, just loses out.
Absolutely.
Tower Hearts now. That's a lovely tackle there. That's a fantastic tackle by the skipper. Wonderful work there by Michael McNeil, the captain of Arthurlie, showing what he wants from his team and leading by example, which is all you can ever ask of a captain. Well, the ball goes for a throw. And you just think Arthurlie, they're not going to change at all in the way they play, are they, Ewan? They're always going to play quite exciting football, expansive, quick, fast football.
Absolutely, and you just see here with their defence in this midfielder here dropping in, they've been surrounding that Tower Hearts striker. It's really made life difficult for him. It's also made life difficult for Tower Hearts to play from the midfield into the striker, and it's created hesitation, which has meant Arthurlie can then press them in that midfield and win the ball back, which we've seen quite a lot so far.
Very, very true. It's going to be number 10, Sean Monaghan, lining up the free kick. He's already scored once today, remember. He got the opener, and now after 17 minutes, he's lining up. It's a good, you've got to say, at least 30 yards from goal, but Monaghan says, I'll fancy it, he'll drill one, and that, well, to be kind to him, maybe he didn't say it quite correctly, but that has found the stand.
Not just quite the stand, though, is it? Fairly far back.
Not quite Rose Ed, but yes, it did hit the stand.
Of course, Darren, this isn't Arthurlie's first cup final in the last couple of years. They had a fairly dramatic one not so long ago, in which their captain picked up a bit of an injury from one of the fans of the opposing team.
Very, very, very true. Very true. But Arthurlie, of course, this is the big one. This is the one that you want, the Scottish Cup final. To say you're Scottish Cup champions is what every team dreams of, no matter the age group, no matter the level. To play here at this type of stadium is exactly what they want. Got to say that Ralston really is impressing me. And that's a lovely ball now for James Wiseman to go run into. Does well, chips over the top. Wiseman now, little flick. Ralston doesn't quite get there, but that's fine. The ref will say play on. And now a real chance for the left back to go hammering down.
2v2 here for the strikers and centre backs.
Good ball into the midfield and easily taken by Sean Hughes. Plenty of space to run into. It's Sean Hughes. He might go for a shot here. He doesn't. He rolls it to that man Monaghan. He scored once already. He shapes, deflected. Oh, and the keeper seen what was going to happen there and got to it just in time, because Monaghan otherwise might have been celebrating for the second time this evening. Arthurlie now breaking from the back here. Good long ball. That's going to ask some questions of the keeper. No, it's not. It's going to roll all the way to Daniel McLean, who so far has remained untested here. Well, I've got to say the Jack DL stand here full of football fans who are making a beautiful noise here. Oh, he's offside. He's offside. Sean Smith thought he broke through, however, offside given.
It's clear that Tower Hearts are happy to go 1v1 with these with Arthurlie's centre backs, which has created problems with both the ball and behind and the long ball there. It also means that they can't press as much, which has created that gap in the midfield for those midfielders to expose.
It's very, very true. It's a lovely bit of play there from Aaron Graham to shift the ball. He's going to ask a lot, though, of Scott Cameron, and Scott Cameron's going to let that one run down the tunnel. So we're going to have a little change of ball.
Mitch is on it.
I'll tell you what, the strength of some of these Arthurlie players. Well, you seen him. Oh, that's a lovely touch, and that's a lovely chance now. They've got a 4-on-3. He's going to shoot, though. He went for glory when he had three men flying forward in an attack. And that's unlucky, to be honest. But you've got to think it's a cup final, and when a chance arises, you've got to try and take it. And that's what happened with Michael Connolly there. The ball over to him was lovely. The chest and the touch to set it under was lovely. And he dreamt of a moment that he's probably been dreaming of for a long time.
I'm not quite sure his teammates would be thinking that, though, Darren. They're each other 1v1 there. Could have easily been exploited.
Well, very, very true. And again, well, the referee... Oh. Well, those two have been having words for quite a while now. It's got to be something worth watching there. Don't know why Monaghan wants to get drawn into something like that. But you never know. Free kick from the D is hit up to Monaghan, who just heads it back across. Goalkeeper plucks it out of the air, nice and easy. And now rolls it, and this is what we mean about Arthurlie and their quick counters. Well, it's back to the keeper this time, though. Takes a touch. Asks Monaghan to come if he wants to get it. Monaghan refuses. Keeper says, I'll put my foot through it. And flicks it long. Player loses footing, which allows this man Ralston. Strong. Look how strong he is. I must say that Lee David Ralston, number 13 for me, is fantastic right now. Well, the referee's going to say the ball was rolling there. It's going to be retaken. But Ralston, as I said just there, has really been making a real fantastic show of himself in this game so far.
You can see he's a very slender guy, but the strength that, as you said, he showed there was absolutely fantastic. He just brushed the Arthurlie midfielder aside. It was excellent.
Oh, I tell you what, that was a bit cheeky there from Tower Hearts, but the referee didn't have an issue with it. And Tower Hearts flying up the line. Linesman says that is an Arthurlie ball, and the referee gives the throw to them.
What a fantastic occasion that is, though. Brilliant atmosphere, some fantastic football on showcase. It's a great stadium. It's been absolutely wonderful so far.
100% agree. The opening 22 minutes here have been everything you want in a game of football. You've had a goal, you've had a couple of tackles. I'll tell you what, that looks a bit oofed. It looked a bit short to me, but in the end they've got away with it. And it stayed in play as well and can be cleared now by Aaron Graham. He looks one way then the other. Shifts the ball in, neatly played there. Comfortable bit of play. David Seagrave spins. That ball was out. And the referee, the linesman, saw it. And so it's an Arthurlie throw. And Arthurlie, you've got to say, have now for the last 5 or so minutes just started to dominate this game, Ewan.
They have, but as you've seen so far, Tower Hearts are very good when on the counter attack, just from driving through the middle of the park. Oh, it's a lovely
That's
flick.
lovely. Oh! He's hit the crossbar and it's out for a goal kick. That would have been something out of the very top drawer. He flicked it over the head of the defender, left him for dead, and drilled one off the top of the bar.
Very, very unlucky there.
That would have been something out of the top drawer that would not have looked at a place at Hampden tomorrow, you've got to have said, if that had gone in. And that just proves they've been dominating the last maybe 5 or 10 minutes now. And Tower Hearts don't want to start getting complacent with a 1-goal lead this early. Arthurlie really now starting to really bully Tower Hearts in this game. Back to the goalkeeper though from Christopher Kennedy. And back now to Christopher Kennedy, who's happy to take a touch. A couple of touches from Kennedy. Looks for the pass and takes a pass, and it's back to the keeper. That's a lovely kick. He's got a couple of players on. That's a lovely little, oh, I tell you what, that would have been lovely. There's Aaron Graham again, and Graham flicks on to that man, Scott Cameron, and Cameron flicks it across, and in the middle, it's
what
two.
A wonderful header.
It's two. It's that man one more time, Sean Monaghan. Sean Monaghan is at the double. It's a brace for Monaghan here, and you've got to say it's against the run of play for the second time. Tower Hearts are in dreamland. Arthurlie can barely believe what's happened here. Lovely cross from Cameron, and there was Sean Monaghan one more time with the header.
They were completely outnumbered. It was just two people peeling off their markers, showing great intelligence, both finding space. It was absolutely fantastic there, and what a brilliant header.
I've got to apologise, that was Cappy with the assist. It was Cappy, not Cameron. We're at quite the vantage point here. But a wonderful cross, and Monaghan, well, Monaghan now must be dreaming. He's got 20 minutes for a first half hat-trick. Do you think, Ewan, when he woke up this morning, he thought a first half hat-trick could have been on the cards?
Was clearly a confident player, as showcased with that free kick earlier, so maybe a first half hat-trick, yeah. Couldn't see that being out with the realms of possibility.
Arthurlie now, well, this changes the game out in every single way because, well, I don't know what, the referee's just having a little word with his fourth official and his linesman. I'm not sure what it's about.
Oh, there clearly wasn't a problem there in the build-up to.
They're having a real conversation here. This was the linesman now. And
speaking to the Tower Hearts bench.
Yep. I'm not sure what's actually happening here. Well, the referee's had his word, and he's saying just use your heat, boys. So that's that. That is giving Arthurlie time to think though, and they probably will be thinking now. Maybe a change in formation, Ewan. Maybe when they kick off, have you seen anything?
No, not so far, but it would make sense if they perhaps switched to a back three to try and outnumber the Tower Hearts two strikers here, as it's clearly causing them issues when they peel off. And and they have to do something as well about these midfielders who are absolutely cutting through them with ease.
Well, the referee's just having a little word with Monaghan there. I don't know if it's because, and this is just something that I've noticed twice, when he scores, he's going and then he's making a beeline for the Arthurlie fans before celebrating with his own bench. And maybe the ref's just saying, you've done it twice, let it go. Do you know what I mean?
I understand where you're coming from, but emotions are running high. Arthurlie are clearly a very vocal support. It can get to you a wee bit. He's not done anything too bad, to be fair. You see again, if Monaghan went to the ball, the other striker was completely on his own there, just for a wee flick round the corner.
Despite being 2 up, Tower Hearts need to watch these tackles, because a couple of these tackles now, and it's just a couple of things off the ball, a couple of wee pushes and shoves. And I tell you what, Tower Hearts maybe just need to watch their behaviour, because you're 2-0 up in a Scottish Cup final, plenty of time left, you're 2 up, you're controlling the game how you want to play it, you don't want to get sent off, and then let the other team come back into it.
Well, he's saying an elbow there, I didn't see it personally. I just saw the push. He's clearly not happy about something though. As you say, they have to keep the head. They're in a comfortable position.
Well, Blair Hughes is the man standing over the ball waiting to take it. The free kick. The Tower Hearts fans very happy. And Blair Hughes signals to go deep. Looks. And then goes short. Back to the goalkeeper. Sends it long. Good header there. Big, strong heading clearance. And Arthurlie now take a throw. And it's played well. Good throw taken by Michael Connolly, but lost. And now a throw in by Tower Hearts, who control the game at 2-0 here at the Excelsior. Probably what they dreamt of last night when they all went to their beds thinking about this cup final. Get an early lead, double it, and then you can control exactly how this game goes for the rest of it. As we enter the 30th minute of this game, it stands Arthurlie 0, Tower Hearts 2.
If you look at Arthurlie's front three here at the moment, they're pushing very, very high up against Tower Hearts' front three, clearly trying to isolate them here and stretch them, as they clearly see that as the avenue.
You've really got to say that, and I know it is an absolute footballing cliche. The next goal is absolutely massive in this game. If it goes 3-0 Tower Hearts, Arthurlie maybe struggle, do you know what I'm saying? Whereas if they get the next goal 2-1, suddenly this game is right back in the mix.
I don't know what you're saying, but I can't see this finishing 2-0 at all, or 2-1. I think it's been a fantastic occasion so far with some brilliant football showcased.
Ball to Ralston now.
Fantastic. Look at the
Lovely
space he's
little-
created there by dropping deep.
Wonderful stuff. Good ball into the box. Plenty of Arthurlie bodies there. Ball still there. And flicked away, but now as the sun starts to set here near the Excelsior, good shot just wide. Sun starting to set at the Excelsior Stadium here. It remains after a half hour 2-0 to Tower Hearts against Arthurlie. Well, Ewan, Arthurlie had a great run to the cup final. A lot of big victories.
Yeah, especially in that first round against Ardgowan. 8-2 victory, and then it sort of got tighter there. 3-2 against DL, 2-0 against Mulgai, and then an extra time victory against Gartcairn Academy. 3-1 they won that game.
Well,
clearly there's fight in this team.
Not scared of scoring a lot of goals. And as you said, it's very unlikely. That was a little bit of a kick off the ball there. The ref didn't see it. But you just feel like this one might start to get a little bit touchy, a little bit niggly. And you know, be interested to see what might happen later on as this game progresses. But Arthurlie, you think of a team that have goals no matter what. Be interested to see what might happen.
Well, it's only half an hour gone, but you can already start to see things getting a bit stretched in the middle of the park here.
There's that man again, Aaron Graham, flying towards the ball. He's going to let it go for the throw though and take the throw. Ball into the box, headed clear. It's headed back in now. Chance there for that man, Scott Cameron. Cameron has the ball, neat footwork, whips her cross into the box. Oh, that was a real chance there if anyone had got it goalwards, but flicked away in the end now. It's then soaring into the night sky. Heavy touch. And Arthurlie win it. Headed down. Chance to break. Still a chance to break. And that's well shepherded out there by David Seagrave.
Tower Hearts is number 2 and 3. Jonathan Walker and David Seagrave are clearly very composed defenders, happy to step on into the midfield to create overloads when they're in possession.
Very true, and this man here is a very hard worker. That man, Aaron Graham, I've been impressed with him. Him for Tower Hearts and Ralston for Arthurlie, in my opinion, two hardest workers for either side at the minute. Every team needs that man that's going to work very hard, and I know that's interesting to say considering Monaghan has a double. But it's not all about scoring goals in football, it is all about teamwork as well. Throw in here, throw into Tower Hearts now. The ball dropped there by Stuart Golly. The referee just telling him to get back. But as you said, June, it is clear that the Tower Hearts defenders aren't afraid to drop into the midfield when they need to. And it allows for a more creative, dynamic impact.
And vice versa, the midfielders are very happy to drop in as well when playing from the back. It's created a very interesting game to watch. It has to be said, Arthurlie are very capable of doing the same. Ralston's dropped in, as had the other midfielders.
That is a beautiful turn there by Ben Caffey. That was a lovely turn.
Ralston did well to nick in though.
Well played.
Fantastic strength and close control there.
Well, it's one of those tackles that he had to try and make. And in the end, Sean Hughes was doing well. He was skipping beyond a couple. And this might be in range. Well,
is Monaghan going to hit it again?
It's not. It's Bradley Gray. Seems to be standing in line. And this one up number 5. Well, has he got a wicked left foot that we don't know about? It'd be quite something if he does.
Absolutely.
So it's going to be Bradley Gray. Or it's going to be Aaron Graham. So is it Gray or Graham? Who's going to have it?
Looks like Gray.
It's hit.
Oh,
it's in the back of the net. It's an absolute thronker. What a finish by Bradley Gray, number 5. I asked the question if he had
he's just
a left
answered
foot.
it.
If we knew, we didn't know. He's answered the question now. And I tell you something for nothing. Arthurlie find themselves 3 goals down. Bradley Gray with a pick of the bunch. A free kick that Ronaldo himself would be proud of. What a goal.
They've dominated possession, but they've just got to wonder if they can actually do anything with it.
Well, as you just say that, Ewan, the game is now back underway, and it's in the hands of the Arthurlie keeper, who'll get us back underway with a goal kick long into the sky, and we're back underway here now in this game.
You just look at that there. Ralston dropped in, which created a massive gap in the midfield. Not one Arthurlie player was willing to move into that space.
Short pass. Oh, good stoppage there. There's that man, Cappy. He's got the strength to get away from his man. Well played from Cappy. Nice little pass.
Well
Lovely
intercepted there. Something they had to make as well, otherwise they were in big trouble.
Now Arthurlie 3-0 down, nothing left to lose in this final. Might as well just go for it now. Good ball into the box. Good header just wide.
A great counter-attack there. Just exposing that the gaps in that Arthurlie defence, as mentioned earlier.
Absolutely was.
Didn't quite throw enough bodies in support though.
Absolutely was, you've got to say. It was a fantastic bit of counter-attack in there. Well, there's 10 minutes or so until half-time, so you've just got to hope, if you're Arthurlie, in these 10 minutes, you manage to maybe nick a goal, or at least get in a position where you're feeling confident in the second half. It is a game of 2 halves. I know that's a cliche, but it's a fact as well. And you've got to think, Ewan, it's the first half. The game's not over.
We've got to think, this Arthurlie, as we've said, they've been in this position before. They know what to do in a final. We've got to think their manager will manage to rile them up. It's not as if they've been playing too badly on the ball. It just need to organise that defence a wee bit more and cope with Tower Hearts' midfield.
It's a lovely flick on. Lovely 50-50 tackle there. Neither side wanting to lose it. Fantastically well played. And so the throw now. I was asking for who wants it. It's that man Ralston, no surprise.
So confident, always willing to pick up the ball, and happy to track back when he loses it as well, as you can see here.
Well, he's been
very athletic.
He's been made to track back here, and that's well played from Ralston. You've got to applaud that. He really is putting in some shift all over the park. Well, that's been hit. Oh, straight in the hands of the keeper though. Another shot on target from Tower Hearts. Arthurlie now.
You've got to think that pass should have been played a wee bit sooner down into the flank. There was masses of space there. It was 2v2. They had a great opportunity to try and
roll
exploit
out again for a throw, which Tower Hearts will take again. To be honest, Tower Hearts have been very, very impressive. I've got to say, I didn't know a lot about them coming into this game, but they have really impressed me. Especially, as you said, Seagrave, Walker, Cappy, Gray, Monaghan. Just a lot of fantastic players. Good chance here now for that man. He's stopped it, he's kept it, he's got it again. Shot,
oh,
goal.
Lovely finish.
It's 4, it's terrific. It's Sean Smith this time. It's 4, and my goodness me now, Arthurlie have a man on his knees already, and it's disappointing, but this is wonderful. Look at this, the pass from Cappy finds that man, and Sean Smith says, I'll take you inside, I'll send you back outside, and I'll put it beyond your keeper as well, and that is absolutely stunning. It's what you want in a cup final. It's the goal of your dreams. It's 4-0 Tower Hearts. We've played 40 minutes. It's 4-0 to Tower Hearts.
We asked questions of the keeper for the third goal there. There was nothing he could have done about that. Went through the legs of one of his defenders. Fantastic finish into the bottom corner, right across. It was excellent.
That's the type of composure that you really, really want at this level though, Ewan.
Absolutely. It looked like he'd lost the ball, but he kept ahead, managed to take it back onto his right foot and just send that lovely finish into the bottom corner.
He wasn't worried at all.
Absolutely not, no.
He got that ball. He took it inside, as you said. His feet got lost. He managed to compose himself. Stunning finish. Lovely goal from that man there. Terrific finish. As Arthurlie have a shot just over the top there. Lovely goal by Sean Smith.
For the few shots from the outside the box here, and you've got to think that the organisation shown here from Tower Hearts, their coaches have clearly got them very well drilled here. It's been a very interesting performance to see, just in terms of the intelligence, the tactics. They've been very, very good to watch.
We've only played 41 minutes as well. That is the interesting thing here when you think about it. We've only been playing for 41 minutes. There's still plenty of time left. Ball's headed away and cleared. 50-50 ball, won by Tower Hearts. Have the ball now. It's that man, Sean Hughes. Ball's run through. They've got another chance here. They're through. Good tackle. That is absolutely stunning, that tackle. Has to time that perfectly. He's coming from behind. He's got to get him.
Very dangerous in terms of he could have easily been booked there, losing a free kick. They've already lost a goal from a free kick today, but there was a chance.
Arthurlie just cannot seem to get that ball to drop for them, can they? Every time they get through, they just can't get that ball to drop.
I think a lot of credit has to be given to Tower Hearts here as well, though.
And that ball's going to run. Back to the keeper. Well, Arthurlie going to play on. Didn't look like there was much in it, to be fair, and there wasn't. So we play on now. On the far side is Arthurlie again. Go quickly, Ralston, looking for a big switch. And in the end, look, Tower Hearts now know what they're doing. Look at Tower Hearts, they're so quick. Ball's not far to Monaghan, who's on the hat-trick. Oofed. That's a great bit of defensive play there to stop Monaghan, who is on that hat-trick, of course, looking for a first half hat-trick. And Arthurlie knocked the ball long. Good clearing header by Tower Hearts. And a good pass out now to that man, Seagrave. Shifts it now to Cameron, who takes his man on a couple of step overs, starting to feel the confidence flowing from Tower Hearts. Seagrave has two men on him, skips in between them both and says, I'll pass the ball now wide. Good tackle there, and Arthurlie now trying to come back up the pitch as best they can at 4-0 down inside the first half. 2 minutes left plus any stoppages the ref deems necessary. And now there's a man down injured. It's a leg injury, remember. Only head knocks the referee will stop the game for, so they can play on here. They're going to play on. He's down injured. They're still going to play on here. Tower Hearts still have the ball, and Arthurlie kick it long. He's up on his feet just now. It's the captain as well. You don't want to lose your captain. He's struggling, but he is up on his feet and he's back in position. That is number 4, Michael McNeil, the captain, back in position. Good long ball here from Tower Hearts. It's headed. There's another bit of pyro on the pitch on the far corner here.
Stop it again.
Ref sees it again, and it's going to be a corner on that side. There is a bit of pyro though. The boos ring out here, and the referee. Well, I'll tell you, how many times is he going to let this go?
I'm not quite sure what more he can do though.
True, but at the same time. Well, McNeil's still down. He's struggling. He's looking for a bit of treatment, I think. No, he's back on his feet. He's going to try and get back into the box to defend the corner. And you've got to say, to be honest, he's trying his best. It looked like a bit of an awkward knock.
It did. It looked like the studs were down his heel and sort of back of his ankle as well. Didn't look like a nice one. He also took a wee bit of a bump from the Tower Hearts defender just coming in as well. It was 3 people around him with no support.
Ball's going to be whipped in from the far side here. It's going to be a long corner. It's going to be headed and drops for Arthurlie, no, that man there, Sean Smith, going to challenge for it, but Arthurlie do have it. Sean Smith then wins it, but Arthurlie, and it is McNeil, the captain, who drives it off him in the end. And they win the goal kick here, 30 seconds left in the first half here at the Excelsior Stadium, Airdrie, in the Inspire Sports Scottish Youth FA 21s Cup final. Scoreline reads Tower Hearts 4, Arthurlie 0.
Well, we
And
mentioned
again, they have it.
We mentioned about Seagrave and Walker and their composure taking the ball into midfield, but Gray, the scorer of the third goal, has
The
been
referee
very
blows
good.
up. That is half time here. The scoreline is Tower Hearts 4, Arthurlie 0. If Arthurlie want to lift the trophy tonight, we are going to have a second half to remember for the longest time. At half time, the score reads Tower Hearts 4, Arthurlie 0. Here come the two teams now for the resumption of this Inspire Sports Scottish Youth FA 21s Cup final. Half-time score is Tower Hearts 4, Arthurlie Juniors 0. So Arthurlie have 45 minutes to try and turn around. I am joined, as always, by Ewan, my co-commentator. Ewan, Arthurlie surely just going to go for it in this second half.
Well, they have to, absolutely. They've got to commit those bodies forward, just leave themselves exposed, because you don't want to be thinking what if in this second half. You have to just go for it now, no matter what happens at the back.
Full team huddle now by Arthurlie, who are looking and hoping, surely now, get one. That's what you've got, your mindset's got to be, get one, then another one, then another one, then another one. That's what you do, you take it one goal at a time. Don't think about the scoreline. You come out for the second half, you think it's 0-0, and you play A, for pride, and B, to win the second half, and then see what you can do. Arthurlie have looked talented. We'll check if there's a change in formation after the kickoff, but it's going to be interesting regardless. Tower Hearts, though, 4-0 up from the first half. And the man to kick us off, Sean Monaghan. 2 goals in the first half. So we kick off the second half. Monaghan looking for a hat-trick. Tower Hearts 4-0 up from the first half. Looking to see out this 45 minutes and crown themselves Inspire Sports Scottish Youth FA Cup champions at the 21 level.
No
Lovely
changes in
touch.
shape.
Oh, throw in given. There's that man Ralston. Flicks it up. Arthurlie have it. Good chance. Good ball out here to that man, Sean Ross. Sean Ross on the ball. Still has it. Still Sean Ross here. Kicks it and wins the corner. Great start to the second half for Arthurlie. And so the corner will be taken now by Lee David Ralston. Short ball back to Ralston. And that's going to be a second corner now. So another corner. Well, they've sent plenty of men forward. They're leaving just 2 at the back on a 2v2 scenario. So as we said, they are piling the bodies forward here as Ralston tees up this corner on the near side. He chips it short. And a shot at goal headed away. And now the Arthurlie defence have to deal with it and do so. Back to Ralston now, who's wide. Who's got an overlap if he wants to use it. Doesn't. He whips it in himself off the foot. Flicked away by Tower Hearts. It's a 1v1 here. It's a 1v1 here. He spins the man. And he could be in on goal. He's still got it. Still got it. Still.
He
And he's
showed
been
excellent
flagged.
strength there to hold off the defenders.
A wonderful play. Wonderful
hold-up
play from that man, Sean Smith there. That was beautiful. Very, very strong indeed. And in the end, fouled. And a free kick now. Well, they've already scored 1 free kick.
Just a wee bit further out, but from a similar angle.
He might fancy it though. He showed us once that he can do it. He might
Keeper's
fancy a
taken up a more
secondary.
central position this time.
The keeper has, but it's the same man here. Number 5, Bradley Gray. Lining it
Quite a
up.
bit of space to his right.
Lines it up. Keeper spills it. And cleared off the line. My goodness me. A good clearance. The second time tonight that Arthurlie have had a clearance off the line. Goalkeeper could have done better than it's got to be said.
Well, Gray saw that space, as mentioned, to the right-hand side. He went for it. Didn't just quite get enough on it. Enough bend on it. Should have been comfortable for the goalkeeper.
Well, Tower Hearts are going to have a long throw, and it looks like here. It looks like it's going to be a long throw. And it is a long throw indeed into the box. And a little bit of tugging going on, but the referee says free kick to Arthurlie. Goalkeeper lines it. And Sean Smith just making sure he can't go quick, which is always an irritant to goalkeepers. Back to the keeper. Takes a touch. Knocks it long. Good flick over the top there. Back into Ralston, who knocks the header on, looking for that man. Sean Ross couldn't quite get there. Now Tower Hearts, lovely chest, space over. If he chooses to find his man, he does. And that's Scott Cameron. Cameron knocks a ball into the middle of the pitch, flicked on. And a free kick awarded to Arthurlie in the end, a foul. And another free kick to Arthurlie here after 49 minutes. Quickly taken, Arthurlie, a good crossfield ball, but it's actually going to be intercepted. It's going to run off the foot. He's going to keep it in just, but it's
He's
taken.
well leaving it out.
Well played now, and here comes the quick feed of Sean Ross. Skips one way, then the other. Beyond his man, still Ross. And he's going to let it run for the throw is Sean Ross.
Well, we mentioned about Arthurlie chucking bodies forward. There's a massive gap between the 2 defenders in the midfield that Tower Hearts should just be looking to perhaps have someone play in that space and feed into the 2 strikers who are being left
Arthurlie.
up in the counter.
Good ball into the box. Header, and it's saved by Daniel McLean. But a good chance there early in the second half here for Arthurlie. Good chance there.
Tower Hearts have been comfortable in their formation. It'll be interesting to see what would happen if Arthurlie were to get a goal here. Just to see how composed they'll remain and everything. They're 4-0 up. You'd have to imagine they'll be okay.
Oh, that is it's quite the tackle there, to be honest. And the referee wants a little word there with the captain.
Be lucky to escape a booking here. He went right through
It's
the
not
back
the
of
captain,
him.
my apologies. It's Christopher Kennedy. And so Christopher Kennedy gets a word off the referee there. Not very happy at all there, to be honest. Ball knocked into the box. Oh, that's a great run made. And the goalkeeper very well to get up high and claim that now. And Arthurlie fancy another counter-attack. Could shift it to Ralston and does. And Ralston now says, I'll take it on the right foot. I'll skip inside and then out. He cuts through 2. Still going against Ralston. He plays a nice pass. He wants a 1-2. He gets it back. It's Ralston. As we've said, he is the light of Arthurlie's life at the moment. And he wins another corner. And this man, Lee David Ralston, is really impressive.
It's all coming down the right-hand side. Ralston's drifting from wide into there. It's actually leaving quite a lot of space over for their 2 left-hand side players. You've got to wonder if they're going to try and expose that.
Well, the referee's going to make them retake the corner. They're saying what was wrong with it. I'm not too sure myself what actually was wrong with it, but the referee's going to just say stop. And it looks like we're going to have our first change of the game. We are going to have our first change of the game. Well, the 51st minute, Arthurlie have decided that it's time, I think, to throw caution to the wind. And so off comes Christopher Kennedy and on comes John Bruce. So it's Kennedy for Bruce. Bruce now coming on. On comes Bruce. Straight up for this corner. Can you imagine if his first touch was a goal, Ewan?
So he's going right into the mix here.
Oofed.
He was running in there just behind the eventual header.
Well, that was unlucky, but it's a great chance for Arthurlie now as they scramble back into formation. And that's what they need. They need to create the chances just like that one. Just as they did there. That's what they need to do. Goalkeeper here, Daniel McLean, just decide what he wants to do. Has decided to push his team forward here as you see Tower Hearts with only one man really back. As that ball goes long and won by Arthurlie. Arthurlie are very impressive in the air, it's got to be said.
They are indeed.
Good long ball here. 2v2 at the back if they can bring it under control. It's flicked. Brave to go in with a head there. Wins the free kick. His teammates will have appreciated that one. Put his head in where he could have got hurt. And he wasn't afraid to take the hit. And beautiful to win the free kick. And a free kick now that's being lined up by, well, 13 is of course Ralston. He's hanging about. But at the same time, at least it's been lined up by number 15, Connolly. And he's lining up here. Ralston's going to pull to the right-hand side here if he wants to go short. He is going to go to Ralston. There was nobody near him. And a lovely bit of defending there to give another corner to Arthurlie. That's their 4th in just the first 8 minutes of this second half. 4 corners already in this half. And it was a nicely worked sort of free kick there. Ralston pulled off. Ralston whips the ball in here. It's chested. Oh, high foot, surely a penalty.
It's been an indirect free kick. No.
Nope, they say no. And the referee signals for a corner. Well, it did look like a high foot, and if he makes contact, it becomes a penalty. If he doesn't, the referee has to give the indirect free kick. But apparently neither.
Didn't look like he made contact. It was certainly high.
Although
it has to be said that Tower Hearts haven't really coped with Arthurlie's set pieces thus far. They can't really get out.
Another corner whipped in. And giving us a goal kick this time, so they do survive. Otherwise, but as you said, Ewan, they have struggled. I think that's 5 corners in the first 10 minutes of this second half. And so the goalkeeper now, Daniel McLean, of course, will want to keep a clean sheet. That's what all keepers want in finals. Kicks it long, good kick. Long into the sky here as the sun sets at the Excelsior.
These long balls haven't really worked from the goal kick. You've got to imagine that it would drop someone else in to try and go short.
Sean Hughes goes 50-50. That was a big tackle by Sean Hughes there. Well played, got to applaud that one. Arthurlie now have the ball. Couple of men around them. Oh, he went over the ball there. That was high. And the referee's going to blow his whistle and say, come and have a talk to me. He looked like he went high over the ball there, to be honest. And the referee is going to just say, stop what you're doing.
Persistent foul on his head.
And he's going to look at him and he's going to say, sorry, Stuart Gawley, you're going to be in, I think you're going to be in the book. And you are indeed, Stuart Gawley, going to make the book. So Stuart Gawley is booked. Arthurlie go quick to that man again, Ralston. Oh, missed him that time. It's going to be 1-0 by Arthurlie, and they continue to run. Ralston continues to play a nice pass. Intercepted and flicked high and over.
Oh, he
the top.
misjudged that there.
And there's a chance now. He's got an overlap. He's got an overlap if he fancies it. He's still got other men with him. He's shifted it to Monaghan on the hat-trick. Monaghan chopped down and a free kick given him. We know that Bradley Gray scored earlier, and he tested the keeper earlier in this half with another free kick, and maybe Bradley Gray will step up and fancy this one.
Yet again, though, absolutely fantastic hold-up play from Sean Smith, just to hold off the defenders. Nice close control and then fed in Monaghan. Absolutely brilliant.
Smith and Monaghan have been wonderful, and I tell you what, it looks like Monaghan fancies this one, I've got to say. Inside the D, on a hat-trick, right foot. You maybe say it does fancy a right footer here. You chip it just over the wall and you make sure it's got enough pace that the keeper can't get to it. It's Monaghan. It's the hat-trick for Monaghan. It's 5 for Tower Hearts. Monaghan hat-trick. He runs to the crowd. It's the dream of every boy in Scotland at some stage to score a hat-trick in a cup final. And tonight, fortune has favoured number 10 of Tower Hearts, Sean Monaghan. A free kick to complete an otherwise wonderful hat-trick. He stepped up on the right foot inside the D. He whipped it towards a deflection, took it beyond the keeper. But it's 5. And it's Monaghan once more, a hat-trick on the night, and a wonderful goal, Ewan.
Oh, it's from the man who won the free kick himself. Looked like he just had too many defenders surrounding him, but he managed to do it. You have to look at it again, the keeper though left that space to his right-hand side, and it did not get enough protection from his wall ahead of him. There was not a line of defenders trying to block that low one.
Well, off comes Sean Smith, who
has
has
been
put
absolutely
in
excellent
a
tonight.
Stunning performance, an absolutely wonderful performance, a goal, as well as just working very, very hard. And he is applauded off, rightfully so, by the Tower Hearts faithful, as he wanders off the pitch here. And Monaghan now shifts to left striker. And kick off by Arthurlie now, who surely are just going to have to go for it. They surely have no choice now but to just go for this game.
Looked like that's what they were already doing, just leaving the 2 at the back. But you've got to wonder what more can they do.
As we say that, the ball's chipped in. And the ball's cleared by Arthurlie now, who are playing with 4 men forward. It's almost a 4-2-4 at times, you've got to say. Tower Hearts have the ball again. And Tower Hearts looking good with the ball here. Skipping inside now, dancing, drifting.
Looked like it went through the back of him there.
Well, the referee says no, and Arthurlie now going to fly forward this game.
Look at the space
great
there.
Touch, that was absolutely gorgeous. And now he looks for it.
Just ran back into trouble though.
Interesting tackle there, and in the end, a throw-in given.
McIntyre ran into space there, right through the middle, but he could not find him.
I mean, that 5th goal just sort of sums up this game. Arthurlie dominant, Tower Hearts on the break, get a free kick, and they're so composed. Take the chance.
It was the way that the 2 strikers linked up in the break there was absolutely fantastic to win that free kick.
It was brilliant. And they have been brilliant, it's got to be said.
They've played some great football, but it's obvious that they're so comfortable defending as well. They've been very, very good. As I say that.
Pure tackle there. So a half hour to go here. Half hour to go. Arthurlie, of course, came through a number of rounds and worked very hard to get to this final. They would like to try and score a couple of goals, surely. See what they could do. Ball's going to be hit in here by Lewis McElravy. Now we're going to have another change here.
Double sub.
Double sub, so it's going to be that's our 2 final subs used. So Arthur going all in here with a half hour to play. So the changes have been made thick and fast here. And it's very, very interesting. Now here comes a change. He's sent on. Well, so off comes Sean Ross, and on comes Lee Deehan. So on comes Deehan for Ross. And they're going all in here. So they've made all their subs, half an hour to play. It looks like they will be now going for maybe a 3-5-2 potentially, Ewan. Maybe just even going a 2-4-4.
It'll be interesting to see once the free kick gets taken.
Ball's knocked in. Great flight in that ball. Knocked down though, and here comes the break by Tower Hearts. Touch flicked on, and they're onside. The bounce though favours. Oh, Daniel McLean almost got a little bit slippy there, but did well. And he's not afraid to take his time here at all. Not afraid to take his time at all, Daniel McLean.
No, it seems like they're going for a 4-1-4-1 / 4-2-3-1, sort of sticking with the same formation here.
3 men go for it. Tower Hearts win it. Arthurlie have it. Knocked into the box. Up and down. Chance still there for Arthurlie. He's got it. Cuts it back and hooked away wonderfully. And Arthurlie now have the ball at the feet of Lewis McElravy. Good play. However, stolen by Hearts, but free kick given. And now Arthurlie looking to try and bag a goal. And it's been lined up now. Could this be their moment to get back in the game here? Still plenty of time, 28 minutes left in the game, 5-0 down. But every comeback comes 1 goal at a time. Off the wall, again fantastic from the wall to defend it. And again, it straight away releases a chance for Tower Hearts to break. But actually, the offside flag does go up.
It looks like those substitutions there for Arthurlie have meant that they've tried to protect from the counter-attack a wee bit more with McElravy and Urquhart sort of sitting back a wee bit to try and counter those two strikers.
More subs starting to warm up here. As the goal kick is taken long.
Again, Arthurlie are first to it.
Very, very true. Well, of course, the team mostly filled with boys born in 1998. We're talking about Arthurlie. That was the last time the junior side won the Scottish Cup. They beat Pollock 4-0 that year. As more substitutions are made here. As more substitutions are made. And at this stage, off comes number 7. So off comes Blair Hughes, and on comes Michael McGoldrick. So on comes McGoldrick. And off comes Lee David Ralston, and on comes Matthew McGuinness. I've got to say, Ralston has been absolutely wonderful today, Ewan. What were your thoughts?
He's done well, but it's just been a bit unlucky for him in that he's not really had the support from any of his players. He's done well drifting into space, composing the ball, he's strong, but he's not really had the help that he deserves.
He has been wonderful though. Sometimes you're unlucky to end up on a losing side, and that is one of them. And now the sub for Tower Hearts. Off comes number 8. So off comes Aaron Graham, who's been wonderful for Tower Hearts, you've got to say.
He has indeed. In that wing back role, he's provided the width to support that industrious midfield.
Oh, ball flicked on. Keeper will come and claim this one though. Now the keeper, ball rolled to the feet. Oh my goodness gracious. Just gets away with that one. And back to the goalkeeper again.
It's a good press here
Takes
from
a
Tower
touch.
Hearts.
And it's flicked away. Good header there. And now Arthurlie asking for it, and he's going to have to really get going for that one. He's trying his best to get there. Does indeed get there. And now lines up 2 men. Goes on the left, goes on the right. Shifts it. And it's going to go for a throw. Throw into Arthurlie, long throw. It's caught. Great touch there. He's in the box. Shifts it back. Chance now for Arthurlie. Still there. And unlucky. Still got it. Ball chipped in. Header. And a goal for Arthurlie. It's shot. No, it's given. It is given. And so it's 5-1.
It was a lovely chip ball in there. The vision that he had to find the strike.
Lovely ball in.
Found the striker.
And the goal is scored. They're back in the game here. It's 5-1, but I tell you what, they have got 24 minutes plus stoppage time. Arthurlie are going to give this an absolute real go now. They're going to just go for it. They have to. As I said, it takes a goal at a time. They've got one. Tower Hearts now have to keep their heads and not lose them.
Their tails are up. They're pressing them high here.
Throw into Arthurlie, who might just go for 3 at the back here. Throw in taken by McGoldrick. Down the line. Here comes McGoldrick dancing and dribbling one way then the other. They're asking for the pass, he doesn't get it. And a throw in to Tower Hearts. Well, it was a good header, to be honest, beyond the keeper. Well, there's plenty of space here. I don't know what's happened there. Someone's gone to sleep. Ball's flicked round.
Lovely rut. Chance
there for this man Monaghan, but the linesman says offside. I've got to say, I thought Monaghan did brilliantly there. I thought
looked like he timed it well. Just a bit unlucky. He noticed that space in behind, but just couldn't get it.
So the keeper here going to launch it long, and does so. Over the halfway, and Arthurlie have it. Running forward now. They just have to go for it as best they can. Ball's punted. Touchdown now by Arthurlie, who have it. And it's nicked. Quickly, man in the middle, if he wants to cross it, he does.
It's a fantastic ball.
Looked like he might have been taken down foot to foot there as he jumped into the air. They've still caught the ball though. Throw into Arthurlie. And well, interesting there.
I didn't think there was actually that much in it. It was just a sort of shoulder to shoulder.
Well, the player seemed to indicate to the referee it was his foot that was caught. Good play by Arthurlie. Oh, but a mistake. Shot. Oh, side netting. Good chance though there. That was a substitute who replaced Sean Smith, I think. He just tried his luck there. But you've got to say, we're going to be in for a great final 20 minutes here. Arthurlie are just going to throw everyone forward. Tower Hearts knock it long. Good header. Back to Tower Hearts and cleared, but only as far as Arthurlie's right winger who gets the ball. Good touch around the corner, and he's going to chase it, and he's going to do well to keep that. In fact, he's going to win a throw in the final third, and that's fantastic work once again. And Arthurlie maybe now starting to think if we can just nick another one, suddenly Tower Hearts might start shaking. But Tower Hearts have again, and it's knocked long again. And a great, well, heavy touch there. Oh, but it does well, he wins it. And it's still there. And it's touched on. That's a heavy touch. Kept it in. Well, linesman says no, he didn't. And so it's going to be a throw. 20 minutes left to play here, and it's Tower Hearts' Jonathan Walker to take the throw on the near side. They can just control the game from here, nice and easy. Nothing fancy, just easily win it. And he takes the throw now, sends it into the pitch. Good contest to win that one though. And this is the issue now. As you can see, they're sending players to win the ball, and Tower Hearts are going to have space. That's a good foul. That wasn't. Seemed like a good tackle to win the ball, Ewan, but maybe not.
Well, I was just thinking for that throw in there, Tower Hearts were so sucked in there towards the ball. It meant they didn't have an out ball when the ball actually fell to them. It just meant they had to play passes where it didn't matter.
You've got to think at this point that Tower Hearts, 20 minutes to go, you're 5-1 up. Relax, enjoy this. Enjoy the cup final type atmosphere. Enjoy the stadium, the fans, everything. Drink it in, because you never know when you might next be in a cup final. You don't want to take that for granted.
Just can't get complacent though.
It's very true. You don't want to get complacent. Not at all. Arthurlie, though, it seems to me, have changed to 3 at the back at this point. And here come Arthurlie now. Well, what a run this is. He's flying. Shifts it wide now. That's unlucky. Flicked away.
Just don't quite have that craft in midfield anymore, Arthurlie, now that Ralston has gone off.
No, they took off Ralston, that is true. And obviously when they did that, you know, they brought on other players. They knew what they were doing, but they had to take him off. And so they did. Whether he was tired, he'd given a lot in the first half. He'd given a lot when he came on. When he came out for the second half, you know, he was a fantastic player in this final. To me, was Lee David Ralston. But another sub here, another substitution. This time for Tower Hearts, as 11 is replaced by 17. So Tower Hearts now knock the ball long into the box. Great take by the keeper. He's got to go long here quick. And instead he sort of rolls it short, but plenty of space and time to go for it. And a nice little layoff, and now Arthurlie looking where to go. Ball back. Really got to start thinking about just always going forwards. It's difficult, but you've got to do it in cup finals when you're struggling. Maybe the referee should have thrown up an advantage there.
We'll be lucky to escape a booking. It's a very clearly cynical foul there as he grabbed his shirt.
Very, very true. It is a cynical foul, but it's also a very intelligent cynical foul when they've made it, because they are doing what they have to do to see out the final 20 minutes here.
Got to feel that Arthurlie have to score soon. Tower Hearts have been so well organised, you have to plant that seed of doubt into their mind going into the last 15 minutes.
Well, as you say that, long ball into the box. It's going to be an Arthurlie corner. Nope, goal kick given here. And so 17 minutes left in the game. Tower Hearts fans are having a grand old time in the Jack DL stand across from us. And they're having fun. They know that this could be their year. 5-1 currently to Tower Hearts with 17 minutes left to go.
Can just feel them just sort of easing off a wee bit, Tower Hearts. Thinking they're almost there.
Well, they surely must now. It's 5 goes to 1. 5 goes to 1. And, you know, Arthurlie, of course, if Arthurlie could get 1, and as you said, plant that little seed that just says, oh, maybe, just maybe, they're going to struggle. But currently, it is wonderful. You've got to say, 5-1 does slightly flatter Tower Hearts.
It doesn't. I don't think it's truly reflective on them being completely dominant, but in terms of their all-round display, I've been very impressed with them. Just it's not quite been the same in the second half, but in the first they were so well organised, and their midfielders doing a power of work. I think you've seen it when you go down.
Another substitution here. Another substitution. It's Tower Hearts, who at this stage seem to be bringing on everybody just to experience the cup final.
I was just saying that I think you've seen a wee bit more from their two strikers today in the second half, due to them not quite getting the support from the midfield. You've seen how good their link-up, hold-up play is.
That is very, very true. Absolutely 100% true. As Arthurlie knock the ball long. They've really just got to do this now. They've got to just play long balls and hope that the bounce favours them. Tower Hearts flick it away. Arthurlie at the moment have 4 players in their own half. So I'm not quite sure what the plan is.
It's strange because Tower Hearts haven't quite been leaving up the same numbers and in same positions. It's strange that it's feel they're dropping off a wee bit more as the game goes on.
Great header won by Arthurlie there. And Arthurlie have it. Flicked on. Good touch. Oh, great clearance. Wonderful clearance again by Tower Hearts, who have done so well in this game. Every time you think the ball might drop to an Arthurlie man to try and have a shot and goal, it's been cleared wonderfully.
Oh, they've been excellent, especially that back three. They've wonderful both in possession, out of it. We were talking about how the two wide centre-backs were so composed and good in the ball, but Gray, number 5, has just been excellent in terms of marshalling them, his positioning, dropping deep to start attacks.
That could have been something special there, and that could have been Arthurlie's passage back into this game. But fired over the top now. And just like the Sun is doing here in Airdrie, maybe perhaps now Arthurlie's dreams of lifting the cup are starting to set. The ball's in the hand of Tower Hearts number 1, Daniel McLean. Ready to take the goal kick. Knocked long. And Tower Hearts have it in the midfield, shifted back. Arthurlie have it. Still Arthurlie. The ball swept long, and now a chance to break for Arthurlie. And a nice little ball shifted wide.
Lovely touch
and again,
round the
a
corner.
chance if the cross is good. The cross is overhit and out of bounds. Overhit and away for a goal kick again. 13 minutes left to play here. Is this game really is starting to really just petter out now?
That is indeed, but I will say that Tower Hearts' substitutions have been good, and that they've managed to add that, still keep the energy levels up in the press while also being organised at the back.
Lewis Garner of Arthurlie now down in the Tower Hearts box, requiring a little bit of treatment here as the physio comes on here. On comes the physio to have a little look and see what's needed and what's going on. Well, he's signalling for the sub. It's an unfortunate way for anyone's cup final to end. It's never what you want to see. But it appears that's what's going to happen just now. There's going to have to be a substitution here. An injury to Lewis Garner, and he's going to have to be subbed off. Well, plenty of players from this team have moved on to junior football, of course. At Arthurlie and at Nielsen and Rossvale, and already this season a number of the team have been training with. The first team at Arthurlie, and to nobody's surprise, Ralston has played, and so has McGoldrick. They have played for Arthurlie's full side at juniors, as that substitution is made for Arthurlie here.
Well, that's the next step for them, isn't it? This is their final age group. You just have to focus on how the cup's gone, have to have confidence in their own ability to make it at that higher level.
Very, very true. You would, obviously at this age group, you hope you sign off with a cup victory, because it is, as you say, your final level, your final chance to lift the Inspire Sport Scottish Youth FA Cup at any level is 21s. That's the final level. And so Arthurlie would have come here with high hopes to do it, but sadly it looks like they will not be able to.
You're speaking
The
about
referee-
Inspire Sport there, Darren. Could you?
I was, but the referee's gone to his pocket.
I didn't quite see what happened. Must have said something.
I think there was a bit of dissent. And it's Ryan Anderson. Ryan Anderson, who's going to be shown the yellow card.
Yeah, you're speaking about Inspire Sport, Darren. Could you give us a wee bit more detail about what they do?
I was speaking about Inspire Sport. They do a lot of fantastic work for a lot of fantastic age groups, and they have taken plenty of tours. Inspire Sport. They recognise how important it is to place emphasis on fun and promoting sporting values such as fair play, teamwork and respect for others, and they are the official sponsor of the Scottish FA Youth Cup, extending the partnership until 2021. Recently taking groups to PSV Eindhoven. Before that, the last 2 years have been taking groups to Valencia in Spain. Invaluable work from Inspire Sport.
They do a great job.
Do a fantastic job. And off comes number 2, Lewis. Off comes number 2, Jonathan Walker from Tower Hearts.
Been very impressed with him tonight, both in his defensive and on the ball.
He's been wonderful, but I think there's only one man that's going to be man of the match. That's going to be the hat-trick hero, let's be honest, Sean Monaghan.
It's hard to argue against him. Not just his goals, but his all-round work has been fantastic.
Very true.
Although there hasn't been a bad performance in this Tower Hearts side.
And Tower Hearts, and there is that man Monaghan. Just shifts the ball long. Well, it's been a wonderful final as we enter the last 10 minutes here. And now Tower Hearts have the ball in breakaway. That 5th goal, in a weird way, really did just finish this game off.
It did. Arthurlie's tails are sort of up in the first 10 minutes or so of that second half. They were pressing high, they were winning set pieces which were causing problems, but as soon as that second goal went in, 5th goal went in, on the counter-attack, unsurprisingly, from the free kick, it just sort of deflated them.
Well, Arthurlie have the ball here. He's cleared for a throw. It's been a good game, good turnout, and you just got to think now, if you're Arthurlie, what do you do? Do you send more players forward? Do you just sit up and take the defeat? What would your plan be?
You've got to think it'll be hard, just in terms of the mentality. You can say all you want, but they'll be deflated now. They've made it to this stage. Mentally, I don't know if they can send themselves forward just because of how deflated. They'll think it's in vain, but you've got to wonder. They've got fantastic travelling sport here today. You've got to wonder whether they want to give them a nice finish to the game.
Very true. Maybe they can now. They've got a 2-on-1 overlap here. Ball shifted in and cleared by the Tower Hearts for another Arthurlie throw. Here as we enter the final 7 minutes of the game. It's interesting, I noted there, Arthurlie had 4 men back marking the 2 of Tower Hearts, and that's going to be bouncing
It might
once.
not even be enough.
The keeper's going to take a touch. Keeper's going to pass it. That was very composed from the goalkeeper there. As Arthurlie now go forward. And that's going to roll all the way out.
Number
Another
3,
throw in.
Matthew McGuinness, has made that run a few times, just underlap. You've got to wonder how often he might think he has to go a bit wider to collect the ball and stretch them a bit more.
So that's very, very true, to be fair. And Tower Hearts now, they're the sort of opposite. They don't really need to go forward, but they sort of want to go forward. And so the ball played and shifted wide, headed clear, and yet another throw in. This time to Arthurlie. It's taken quickly, stopped, passed. Good ball. And he finds himself onside with options.
Again, it's just that press.
That's
there
a lovely
from
pass, and
defence.
here's Monaghan. Still on his feet, Monaghan doesn't go down, but his pass is a little bit wayward.
Should
It's
great
managed to be
balance.
caught. Cut inside, cuts outside, cuts back inside. Dribbles one way then the other. Fancies his dream moment. Almost got it. Goal kick. Well, he was dribbling well there.
Not finished yet.
No,
Still
for
got a
sure
wee bit
not.
left in the tank.
They were going inside and outside there. It was wonderful to watch. Arthurlie, 3 men forward. And another 2 coming now as they start to go forward here. Tower Hearts do well and have the ball and look to play it, and it's played well now down the line and back inside and forward and cut across.
Fantastic pass
stunning
from
work.
Monaghan.
And he's shoulder to shoulder, and the defender does so well to get that clear for a throw, because if he mistimes that, he's probably off the park. Into the final 5 minutes we enter. Well, Tower Hearts just looking at their options, playing him in forward now. 3 at the back against 1 of Arthurlie. As the ball's thrown long into the box. It's taken off the chest. Drilled, but wide. Well over into the stands now. Goal kick to Arthurlie.
Yeah, they'll be happy just letting that clock tick. 5 minutes to go. Can start to prepare their celebrations.
Well, I'm sure they've been thinking about them for a while now. It's been a wonderful performance. You couldn't write it any better if you were a fan of Tower Hearts. If you were a player or a manager of Tower Hearts, it's exactly what you would be after. A wonderful performance, no doubt. Not a bad chip ball there, but cleared again. Oh, great tackle.
I think it's telling of Tower Hearts' defence that that goal today was only the second they've conceded in every single round.
Well, that's very, very true. They conceded in the first round and they've conceded in the final, but that's it. Into the final 5. Goalkeeper Daniel McLean looks long with the ball, trying to pick out a man, and well taken down. That's a lovely touch. Plenty of space to go running. It's plenty of unlucky. As Arthurlie now look, knock it long. Not a bad touch. Spins it. Oh, just a lovely tackle. Chance now, and another brilliant tackle. Plenty of space here though. Oh, he was always going to get the man there. That was a tough tackle there. Ben Caffey took it. It was a sore one.
He was always getting second to that ball there.
You seen it coming a mile off. Ben Caffey wins the ball and just gets absolutely clattered by the man. There was no intent to play the ball there. He was taking the man all day long. Lewis McElravy knew what he was doing. Took the man. It's one of those, once your mind's set, you know that. You're taking the man, not the ball.
Yes, I mean, he was never getting to the ball there. It's a tired tackle. It's just always going to happen.
So he takes a yellow card here, which is given. And now, 2 minutes left plus stoppage time.
Not long to go, Darren. Would you have anything you'd like to say about Tower Hearts here?
I think that Tower Hearts have been absolutely wonderful. Again, as I said, 5-1 in a weird way is a flattering sort of scoreline. They have played brilliantly. The link up, as you said, as you mentioned earlier, the 2 forward men of Smith and Monaghan has been brilliant to watch. And Monaghan was well worth his hat-trick. Smith was well worth his goal. And to be honest, yeah, just a fantastic performance, well played. Arthurlie, to be honest, were well value for money. Better than the 1 goal suggests and better than the scoreline suggests. It's been a very, very well fought, well decent match to watch. And I would suggest that these 2 teams are worth watching out for in the future.
Absolutely. Standard of play has been excellent.
Arthurlie have it now, wide, far side. Good touch. Oh, a little kick. And the ref does give the free kick in the end as we approach truly the last sort of action in this match now into the final minute. I can't imagine that the referee's going to add too much stoppage time here, Ewan, if any.
No, not at all. I mean, wasn't any at all in the first half. Can't think of many stoppages other than a couple of small knocks.
Arthurlie are going to whip the ball into the box. Keeper's going to come, not get there, but it's going to be flicked away anyway. Arthurlie still have it, touch. And shifted wide. And then it is going to be knocked across the box. Cleared again. What a wonderful clearance that was, by the way. And Arthurlie have it again. Ball whipped in. Keeper comes, drops it, spills it, gets it again though. And Daniel McLean happy to have the ball in his hands as we enter the final 50 seconds of this match here. Tower Hearts. Well, Tower Hearts were fantastic in the Scottish Cup this season. They overcame Staines Thistle 5-1, Milton 9-0. In the quarters they saw off Knightswood 3-0 and Harmony Row in the semi. Harmony Row were seen off by 2-0. That took them to the Excelsior tonight, where they have seen off Arthurlie. And Arthurlie just coming forward here, but they've been seen off regardless. Drilled off a defender. And the ball now, a chance to run. A ball shifted through. Monaghan keeps running here. And Arthurlie kick it away. There is an added 3 minutes here. 3 additional minutes added. That's all that's added though. 3 added minutes as the referee gets a touch of the ball. The ball's flicked forward. We're into those 3 stoppage minutes here, Ewan. Wonderful play. Very impressive, as you said, that they only conceded 1 goal.
Before tonight, yeah. Which it comes as absolutely no surprise when you see how well organised they are in that defence.
Incredibly well organised, it's got to be said. But the game's been played in the right spirit, which is what's important. And here come Tower Hearts forward with 2 minutes left in stoppage time. Good ball, 2-on-2 at the back here. It's 2-on-2. Tower Hearts might fancy this here.
Doesn't look like he's going for the counter, for the corner rather.
And instead they just shift it backwards. Now it's knocked long. Good header. The Tower Hearts are quite happy to knock this ball around for the next 2 minutes before being crowned Inspire Sports Scottish Youth FA 21s Cup finalists and of course Cup winners. But here comes the captain of Arthurlie, skipping one way then the other. Still has it, steps over, back on the right foot, and just unlucky, can't quite get there.
Well,
ball's then crossed into the box, headed away.
They're still putting bodies in the line, still first every second ball. Just shows their fighting spirit.
90 seconds to go. Arthurlie have it. Still a chance.
Oh.
Keeper makes a wonderful tackle. Daniel McLean. If he gets that wrong, he may be heading off the pitch a minute earlier than the rest. But a fantastic, fantastic save. And McLean now knocks the ball long. Well, the captain's down. Michael McNeil, after running, he's probably cramped up, to be honest. And he's down in the centre circle. And I think it is cramp, as we've got a minute left in stoppage time here. We've played 92 minutes. No, sorry, it's number 2, Lewis McElreevy, that's down at the moment.
Tower Hearts also have a man down in the far side. It's understandable. Both sides have given absolutely everything into this game this evening.
Very, very true. Off he comes. So off comes number 2 of Arthurlie, and on comes number 14. That is Sean Ross. As we approach the final 30 seconds of this game here, Tower Hearts were the winners in the end. Can only be mere moments left now.
Can't be long for an ups. This will cap off just a wonderful tournament for Tower Hearts.
So the ball sportingly played back to the Arthurlie goalkeeper, who sends it high into the night sky here in Airdrie at the Excelsior. Arthurlie, wonderful control. And the ball, good running, still has it. Seconds to go. We've played the 3, we've actually played 10 seconds more. The referee must be looking at his watch and thinking about crowning Tower Hearts as the champions. It's drilled.
And that's it.
Tower Hearts are the Inspire Sports Scottish Youth FA 21 Cup winners. A 5-1 win. Tower Hearts have done it.
They've just been great in absolutely every aspect here. They've not given Arthurlie a sniff whatsoever. They've been so good. The organisation from that defence through to the front line has just been excellent.
Fantastic performance by Tower Hearts. You've got to say it's been absolutely brilliant from start to finish. A well-deserved victory. Well worth the win. As you can see, delighted all the players. A 5-1 win for Tower Hearts FC against Arthurlie Juniors FC.
Also thoughts for Arthurlie here, who have given absolutely everything into this game, thrown themselves into the ground. And final, absolutely having no shame reaching this final here.
Oh no, absolutely not. You've got to always say that. It's difficult at times, of course, when you lose in a final, but when you look back on it, you've got to be so proud of it all. You've got to be so proud of even making the final.
Clear mutual respect between the sides here, both mingling with each other in celebration and defeat.
Well, of course, Ewan, because both I think will realise how difficult it is, of course, to do what they've had to do. It's been tricky, but they've done it. It's been wonderful, and they've done it. Now, of course, is a bit everybody looks forward to. This is a bit that everyone looks forward to, the presenting of the trophy. Well, so here it is, the replays, Ewan. There was the opener, the first of Monaghan's three. The goalkeeper did well to tip it onto the bar, but Monaghan was quickest to react.
Well, you knew that was landing as soon as it was saved by the goalkeeper. He was switched on, happy drifting off and finishing it there.
Then there was to be a second. The cross in from Ben Cappy, and Monaghan said, I'll help myself to a second. A little diving header action, making it 2-0. Then Bradley Gray, a free kick to make it 3. Delicious. Then after that, that was 3 in the first half. 3 was to soon become 4.
Cappy was involved in everything.
Well, here comes the presentation party. And of course, there is your player of the match. Perhaps to no one's surprise, that is of course that man. Number 10, Sean Monaghan. Also very classy of the Arthurlie fans to stay behind and watch this trophy presentation.
Absolutely.
And here comes the presentation party now for Arthurlie. So they're going to be presented with, I think it's a plate. And then of course their medals. Not the colour they would have wanted June, but however, as you said, so proud to make a final when you look back on it.
Yeah.
So here comes Arthurlie, led by their captain, Michael McNeil. Well, they shake their hands and they take their medals. And they were worthy opponents today. The scoreline, as we've suggested, does not do it justice. As they come and are applauded off the pitch by their fans. But it gives you something to aim towards. Some of their players were wonderful. Ralston, absolutely fantastic player, as we mentioned. He's already had play time this year for Arthurlie Juniors, as everybody gets their medal and shakes hands.
And now organised game of football can take place this autumn. Tonight's match officials in a fantastic game of studio reviews. Welcome to our referees, Mr. Colin McGarry, his two assistants, Brian Christie and Daniel Johnson, and the fourth official, James McCluskey, as they come forward to pick up their trophies. Well done, guys.
And so here's the referee party now, getting their medals. The referee and Colin getting their medals.
No big calls for them to make. They handled the game fairly well.
No, it's a referee's dreamland type of final. There was really no calls. A few yellow cards had to be dished out, but that was all. This is what it's about, though. This is what you dream of when you're playing football. To get to the Scottish Cup final. Better yet to win it. And now here come the Tower Hearts. So Tower Hearts receiving their participation plate, I presume it is.
Well done. And ladies and gentlemen, please welcome forward the final four matches. They come forward to pick up their individual trophies. Come on, guys.
They'll come forward to receive their gold medals, the winners' medals, the colour that everybody wants. A handshake, congratulations. And a trophy. There it is, it's Scottish Cup. In the colour of hearts, the red and the blue. And as one handshake goes, another arrives, and they get closer and closer to their captain, Blair McIntyre, lifting the trophy. So, more and more handshakes lead down the road of path of silverware. And they've done it well here. The handshake. And another handshake. There's the captain there. Well, the captain on the right was Cappy. There's another man.
He's been wonderful tonight. Everywhere, created everything.
It's Cappy. And it's McIntyre. It's Tower Hearts 2018 Inspire Sports Scottish Youth Cup Final champions. It was Tower Hearts all day and all night, and I'm sure into the night they'll party. Tower Hearts, congratulations. A well fought victory for Tower Hearts.